All right, guys, thank you for taking the time to watch this little devotional today. I hope you get something out of it. If you do, let me know by commenting down below. Now, today is Labor Day 2021, and I can't think of a better time to discuss the topic of work than on a day like this. Now, most of us look forward to Labor Day because of the 3-day weekend, right? We think about how we're going to sleep in, what we're going to cook out, the people we're going to spend time with, and what we're going to do. But the truth of the matter is, the real reason we enjoy this recreation, this rest, this relaxation, is because of work itself. There's a very symbiotic relationship there. Now, today's inspiration for the content of this video comes from a magazine called Reminisce. I found out about this magazine because I subscribe to Reader's Digest. This is one of the ancillary offers that they make. And it was inexpensive, and I thought it looked interesting, so I went ahead and subscribed to Reminisce Magazine. And within this magazine, on page 20, was an article submitted by a man named Harry James Ford from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. He gives a true retelling of something in his childhood that he looks back on fondly. The title of the article is called "Playtime Was Work Time." Made Up Game was a child's version of the laborer's routine. Now, the picture associated with this article is this right here. Now, this is little Harry James Ford at 5 years old, and this bigger picture is roughly, where he lived. So I'm going to read this very short article to you and share 7 thoughts I have about it with you, hoping that it'll make you think a little bit different about work and about how it correlates to the rest and the relaxation that we experience because of it. And, tell me what you think of this. So this is a real gem to me. I hope that you feel the same way. So here's what he wrote. He said, during the 1940s, I lived the first 7 years of my childhood on the south side of Pittsburgh. One of my favorite ways to enjoy myself was to play working hard. I observed the hardworking men in my African American family, and I wanted to be like them. Our house was on Carson Street, close to the Jones and Laughlin Steel Company mill, and very near the railroad tracks. The rough, grassy area near the track bed was peppered with rocks and occasionally chips and lumps of coal that fell off uncovered train cars heading to the mill. This busy, if dreary, industrial environment was my place of work. I had to straighten it up. I asked my wonderful grandmother to pack me a lunch as she faithfully did each morning for the men in the family. My lunch usually would consist of a sandwich sliced diagonally and maybe a cookie or a piece of fruit, each wrapped neatly in waxed paper and packed in a brown paper bag. I also would carry to work an ash shovel and an old galvanized bucket. Then off I went, walking with determination to meet and conquer my challenges of the day. I would dig dirt and gather rocks, making neat piles. I also collected wood scraps for kindling and bits of coal chips or lumps for our kitchen stove. After working what I called my shift for a while, I would break for lunch. Then it was back to work to finish my busy day. Eventually, tired and soiled, I walked home feeling pleased with myself. Climbing the old wooden back steps of our time-worn house, I entered our second-floor kitchen. There, with sincere pride, I proclaimed, "I'm home. I'm home." So here's my thoughts on the article itself. As you can see, Harry lived in an environment where opportunity was abundant, and so there was all the materials there to either create a negative view of work or a positive view. As you can see, Harry had a very positive view of work. So here's my observations about this article. There are 7 of them. Number 1, the men in his community could be seen responding to the call of work. And this was observed by young Harry James. He said he lived there the first 7 years of his life. And so one of the takeaways here is it's important It's very important, I believe, to be seen having a healthy view of work and a regular routine of doing so, because the children in your family, the people behind you, the people coming up behind you, are going to emulate you to some degree. They're going to see what they can glean from you, how they can learn from you, and they might adopt your work attitude, your attitude about work, I should say. So remember that. He saw the men in his community responding to the call of work. Number two, Harry attached their call to duty with value. Otherwise, he never would have even considered it. He had seen them come home. He obviously saw the benefit of work, what it could do, and he associated it with value. Do you? All right. I guess it really depends on your attitude. Number three, he associated work with play. Yeah. You can do that. You might have forgotten about it by now, but it's all in your head. You can make that happen. So associate work with play. Number four, despite his stature or his station, or his age or size, he didn't question his ability to contribute. He saw a need and he filled the need. He was able to look around and find out what could be done. He never questioned his ability to respond. He just did it. I think we can all learn from that. Number five, he saw work as a contribution to the family, to the community, and to himself. You see, when you are a child, and I remember seeing my own father and my mother like this. I admired their work ethic. I still admire my mother's work ethic, and it still motivates me. But he saw it as his own personal work as a contribution to the family. You saw how he took a pail to work with him. He filled it with wood chips and coal and brought it home, and he was able to benefit them from it. But that's what work does. Let's not forget that. We don't work just so we can earn a paycheck. It's really more about having money in your accounts, about what you can do for your family. It's about what it reflects on your community and how it even adds value to your own esteem. Number six, work filled him with a sense of pride. Well, it should. It's supposed to. And when it's something that's intrinsic, it's something that your creator put in you. You were designed to tend to creation and designed to contribute to community, to family, and to support your own. When you do that, it does fill you with a sense of pride. Number seven, work made home a happier place. That's right. When an individual is productive and contributive, it does make things better at home, because you see the people that are there waiting on you. They develop a sense of appreciation. It might not always be visible or apparent, but it will someday. And so, but beyond that, just being able to take the time off makes home seem a nicer place. So therein lies a symbiotic relationship. Those are my thoughts on work. I hope they've meant something to you. I hope it's made you think a little bit differently or remind you of why you work to begin with. But I know that I personally enjoy working, and I respect people who have a strong value system associated with work itself. And I hope that we can begin, or at least continue, to see work as play and also as contributive to everybody else around us. And I hope it makes you enjoy life a little bit more. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope that's helped. Stay tuned for more. Be wise.